This is the newest, most exciting entertainment show where nothing is off limits.
We bring you real, authentic, and raw conversations.
Enjoy good vibes, fashion, and lifestyle from your favorite celebrities.
Fun, trending topics, games, and educative segments.
Every Tuesdays from 3 p.m. and Saturdays from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. With me, LAVIN NYAGOWA
and Hazel Jeru.
Only on The Unfiltered.
Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys? I go by the name Rainams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho unanipimia na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia hapa Shenster the Poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love but don't fake it too. Hey, kumenya mawazo makuu. Nani anadera shida? Oh, utani waku.
Vichekesho mkisongaza, mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Fiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie. I'm a model and I'm Afri Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni.
Hello everyone, it's another Thursday and we meet here again. I hope you all are doing fine. We are doing fine as well, and that's why we are back again with another beautiful topic to enlighten you guys. So the topic of the day is 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. This is a campaign that has been going on over and over, and every year we always have 16 days set aside just to campaign to create awareness around gender-based violence. So why is this day so important? That is what we want to find out today. And as always, I have a very, very, very good guest. I'll introduce in a few, but before he does that, remember to follow TAS TV across all social media platforms at TAS TV_KE on Instagram and TikTok, at TAS TV_official on Twitter, at TAS TV on Facebook, at TAS TV official on YouTube, and www.tastv.co.ke on our website. And remember, this episode is also courtesy of the Smart Shopper. They have amazing products that range from home decor, birthday decor, anything, jewelry, beauty products, and anything that you'd want for that purpose that you want it for. Call the number 0798-154-042. They do deliveries countrywide, and in case you are in Thika Town, you can come to Nema Plaza at Tante Africa Studios, 2nd floor, and you'll find Virginia at the reception just to serve you. Now, without getting too much or just talking so much, allow me let my guest introduce himself. Karibu sana.
Asante sana. I'm grateful to have me here today.
Asante pia kwa kukuja.
Asante sana.
Yes.
My name is Griffin Enane, and I'm a project coordinator with the Gates of Hope, implementing a project on mental health among the youth, of course in partnership with the USAID, Kenyatta University, as well as Yali.
As well as Yali.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. So, Griffin, let's just jump straight into what we're discussing today. 16 days of activism against GBV. It's still ongoing in 2023, bado inaendelea saizi.
Yes.
So, yeah, at the 10th. So, why is this what is this day about to anybody mwenye hajui ka kuna campaign kama hii hufanyika every other time, and why is it so important?
Okay, I will say it's a commemoration. It's a call. Of course, it's also a moment where communities of the world put their hands together in a concerted efforts, just to give room and also create awareness that there exists gender-based violence, acts of aggression towards women and girls, and therefore we are just being put in limelight to understand that there exist gender-based violence or acts that violate against women and girls, and of course men in that matter, that when we talk and speak, they can actually be put forward. We cannot understand that they exist, and therefore it's very important that the available or the development partners and governments and systems in place can help actually try to reduce the pangs or reduce the severity as far as women and girls equality is concerned. Okay,
so throughout this campaign, we've seen it happen each and every year for as long as I can remember.
That's right.
Nikiwa mtoto up until today ni kitu yenye iko. So how has it evolved over the years?
We'll say I think I will say it's been happening in the community. But again, the justice, the crusade of justice, I think they decided just to put their heart together. I think the concept began evolving early '91. And of course, since then it has been evolving each year, and the evolution has been so tremendous because we see the gender-based violence happening in the community. We see our girls, we see our women struggling, we see men struggle. We see going through, and others who lost lives because of the gender-based acts. And therefore, through concerted efforts, inter-country, regional, and global, we are able to see that there's concerted effort towards embedding, coming up with strategies, coming out the frameworks that can help, help address this kind of aggression. And at the end of the day, of course, it's a journey. It's a work in progress. We are not yet there, but at least we can say there's a modicum of work that partners and the people, the governments, and of course countries have done to realize at least there's some kind of at least you can talk about it has been reduced.
Okay, interesting. So let's talk about this year's theme, Unite campaign. About that specific theme and looking at where we are, what would you say are some of the strategies that have been put in place just to make sure that the fight against GBV imebaki
of course this year's theme is invest in investing to prevent violence against women and girls. And of course, how do we invest? I like whoever came up with the theme. It's a good thing. You say invest to prevent violence against, and you can invest in different ways. You can use, you can invest by actually using influencers on social media. Just preach the word, preach against. You can invest with government, whereby you're actually coming out with the regimes, policies that can help, reduce gender-based violence, as well as put in place harsh mechanism to punish the perpetrators of these acts, as well as bringing stakeholders, especially those who are in GBV, those who are supporting girl welfare, those who are supporting women welfare, just coming together and seeing how best we can address this together as a team. Of course, networking, learning, that's what we call learning, what lessons are working. There are those countries that are ahead of us, and GBV is on the minimum. We need to do benchmarking as countries to just try to understand what are these lessons that are working, what are these learning experiences. Also engaging the lived experience people, to be the people who are pioneering the implementation of frameworks, policies, and also giving us the live illustrations that we can actually buy or get, so that we can able to reduce the stigma as well as the access to justice, and as well as they reduce the gender-based violence acts against women and girls.
So most people tend to believe that GBV is only against women and girls, not forgetting that we also have men who go through GBV. So how then over the years men wamekujaje kufika to a point where they could actually now come out and speak and say hata mimi nilipigwa?
Yes, it is still of course based on the customs, beliefs and attitudes. Men, of course we call it the masculinity. It cannot allow you to go out and say no. So at the end of the day, we have those crusaders of men. We have a men alliance crusaders, whereby they walk around, and of course they are open to support men going through such acts. And of course the government, it does not really just concentrate on girl, child, and boy, and on women, but it cuts across. Where gender-based violence cuts across, whether it's a man, a child, a woman, provide services to both, provide if it's punishment, provide punishment across. So it does not discriminate.
Okay, so now you mentioned teams, and I believe a community is a team of people. So how then do communities actively participate in these campaigns, and how then do they make sure that it is a success over and over?
Of course, we want to appreciate the available initiatives, as well as organizations, as well as government. Of course, the government is the lead stakeholder. Of course, in terms of, I will say, enacting laws and regimes against gender-based violence. We have of course, the Constitution, Article 25A, 29D, and of course the Article 50. For those torture, just curtailing those torture acts, aggression against humanity. And of course we have the frameworks, task forces that are being built there to just try to come out with the policies, as well as frameworks that can provide a roadmap to the government, as well as implementing partners, to just have to put that in place, so that at the end of the day we are able to follow up and feel it, because it's a work in progress. We cannot say it's because each and every day gender-based violence keep metamorphosizes. You understand? Today you're talking about someone being beaten, there's physical evidence. Tomorrow someone being mentally abused, at that time being mentally, so you're talking about cybercrime. You're talking about technology, people using technology to bully others. Unless now cybercrime police also put in place, and people are able to track. Again, you see there's also each and every time they keep evolving, and therefore the government and the task forces, and of course the initiative, those who are the pioneer of the initiatives, are able to help us to, and the government as well, to try to keep at the speed at which the gender-based violence and acts are actually going.
Interesting. So in universities, this is something that we've seen mostly in universities, and maybe you tell us if it's a form of GBV. We have boyfriends and girlfriends, and we've seen circumstances of university students, the girls killing the boys, the boys killing the girls. So is this GBV, and how is it being addressed by the society, if it is?
Exactly, it is GBV. And I thank you for bringing aspect of boy girlfriend. Most of the time, I think most of us, or if you talk about GBV, then you are taking it from a family setup. It goes beyond family setup. Between a boyfriend and girlfriend, the act, from the definition of what gender is, psychologically being tortured, physically being tortured, sexually being harassed. When a boyfriend, when a boyfriend or girlfriend tells you, I'm leaving today, without any specific reason, you're really subjected to a kind of emotional torture. You don't know what you've done, you see. And there are those kind of relations that each time you have a disagreement, someone tells you, I'll leave you, I'll leave you, I'll leave you. So again, you're living in a fear, you're living in a state of anxiety, you see now you even bring mental health issues.
Yeah.
Which again, if you don't find yourself, you find yourself lost into such kind of environment, then you even don't know if you actually you need support or you need help. You even don't know there's gender violence that's happening. Even neglect is also sort of gender-based, because if someone knows this is what I'm going to do, using those harsh words, it make you feel like you're little, make you feel that you don't matter. Those are kind of things that are actually contributing towards gender. And of course, I'll say even companies, the stresses around, you go there, your boss, you're a lady, maybe the boss is interested in you. Now he tells you, you're between a rock and hard place. Should I get the job? Should I sleep with him or her? Should I get the job? All those are kind of the things that affect. Actually, those are actually some of the examples of gender-based violence that we are doing. They're happening, and probably those organizations or corporates are not putting enough measures in place, or even if they're there, then they're not being followed. Just as the government comes up with very good documents, very good policies, but again, those who support to enhance the policies and to be functional, they're not actually selfless to do that.
Yeah, so they actually do not implement them.
Exactly. So I'll say the best way to address this in school actually is to ensure we have those I'll talk them clubs. We have those clubs in school. Whereby we have time to just encourage each other, talk about each other, and those who are willing to come out clearly and bravely to speak about themselves, speaking up, like those who are the lived experiences, those who have been going through that and they have managed. What are the strategies that you use to get out of such a situation? And of course we have suggestion boxes. If you are afraid to speak out, you can just write a note and tell whoever is in charge, so that whoever are in charge, they can use that to
pass the information.
Equally, we have the government. The government has different, of course, the government through helplines. For child helpline, we have gender-based violence rescue center. We have safe houses. We have also other development partners who just come in, like the feeder, who provide support. And many more, not even a money center like them. And of course, many more that are actually working towards ensuring that there is gender-based violence reduced, and there's at least some kind of improvement in terms of dealing with gender-based, and also making people be aware. Those sensitization meetings, sensitization group, and also telling people what are the repercussions of actually engaging in such acts, just to try to minimize all the perpetrators. Whereas actually those who are found guilty, then they need to face stiff penalties to act as an example to the rest, so that they don't perpetrate the same thing.
Okay, so you've mentioned something to do with employers. So yesterday I was going through some article where an ex-employee went back to the boss to ask for his salary, which is his right. And kufika pale kuuliza about the salary, he was actually beaten by the employer. So looking at this, from what you've mentioned, is that this is a form of GBV. Yes. So what are some of the consequences that people, not even the consequences, what are some of the processes that employees should actually follow when certain, when such kind of acts actually happen to them?
Of course, first and foremost, it's unfortunate. I remember the same incident happened in Kitengela. It was, I think, a service industry. The boss openly, started beating the employee. And saying, you don't take me anywhere. The president is my friend. You can call him. And that's just lack of respect. First of all, just lack of respect, and actually, you don't respect humanity. And the same way you have to be respected, And of course, one of the best things is that anytime you go to an organization, you need to learn what are the policies that protect you. Because there's an engagement policy, there's an engagement framework. You want me to work for you for how long, and what are these things? What are the benefits? And what are the expectations? And what are the things that are telling me not to do this and that? And of course, that means then you need to sign a contract that protects you to get your money. Of course, beside contract, the organization must, before, there are also other expectations by the government before within organization. You need to have you need to be registered, legally registered. You need to have HR policies, and this HR policy, under HR policy, we have a sub-theme of which talks of harassment, sexual harassment act, which you should be there. But again, such kind of acts happen, you refer to the book, sexual harassment. Then you are able to, to go and report to the authorities. And of course, sometimes, we understand that in Kenya and sometimes even in Africa, such cases might not go far. But again, it's good also to know record. Just record when such happening. It's good to record. Again, you can add weight on your allegations before they thwart it as accusations, so that again it protects the interests of the employee. Equally, I would prefer that we have such employees union. Those unions or those small groups where we're able to just chat what's affecting us and how best we can address it, because at the end of the day, we need each other. The employer needs the employee, the employee needs the employer. So you need to create a very good working condition and condition environment that is a working and moving, so that I take care of you and you take care of me. And therefore, there should be those unions that help us, an employee, to address issues that affect them, as well as have a mechanism of addressing those issues to the employer, so that the employer can also feel that are not being put at the corner, or to just listen that these are valid reasons. We need to listen and chat way forward on how to connect each other.
Yes. Okay. So guys, in case you didn't know, GBV is broad and has so much to be covered. And in case we've talked about the employees, we've talked about boy-girl relationships, we've talked about family. And in case there are things you didn't know, now you know. Remember guys, we are headed on a very short commercial break, but when we come back now to look at policies and all the others, still in relations to the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. Stay put, just make sure that you don't go away.
Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys? I go by the name Reynams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho na nipimia, na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia, hapa Shenster the Poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love, I don't fake it. Hey, da kumenya mawazo makuu, nani anedera shie, tani waku.
Vichekesho mkisongaza, mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Fiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie, I'm a model and I'm African Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni.